Probably Gulf is the best place to teach. I keep seeing a lot of principals in Gulf as well as in India. But I keep saying Gulf is more safer, make you more richer, will be regarded more, and value is also more. And once you work in one Gulf country, you can always shift to any other Gulf country. But I have seen very senior principals who were in Doha for long years, came to Bangalore and he is not able to get a job. But I am sure if he start getting a job and become a principal in one of the Indian schools, finished, he cannot go abroad again. Because your expertise, your pull and push there, the management relationship, all that is very good in Gulf. That should continue. That's what I suggest. In Oman and all, most of the Indian schools are under same umbrella. So they shift from one school to another school also. I started going to Oman in 2002. So almost 20 years I know Oman. Yeah. I also got a job in Saudi, but I didn't join as in one of the university as mathematics professor. Al-Baha gave me an offer. It's a beautiful place. Understood. It doesn't matter. How does it matter? See, I keep saying, when I conducted programs for teachers, I keep asking, who want to become a principal? So somebody say, I want to become a principal. Then I ask, that means you don't like to teach or what? your passion is to be a teacher, right?
Yes.
So I am sure most important is how much I enjoy.
Yes.
Chemistry is a beautiful subject, right? I keep saying everything around you is chemistry. The laptop on which I am working has got a liquid display. That is chemistry. The book is chemistry. The pen is chemistry. The light is chemistry. Air is chemistry. My dress is white because of the chemistry. Everything is chemistry. See, the glass is chemistry. Without that, nothing works.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my son is a chemical engineer in nuclear physics. He was a mechanical engineer. So today I was asking him same question. Now you are more a chemical engineer than a mechanical engineer, I told him. And I got a student who is a chemical engineer turned to be a medical engineer now. Because from chemical, she invented a lot of medicines. The meter which can be measured from the like a pulse meter and all that, no. So it all worked in chemistry, but now she is more a medical engineer. So I believe that if you love to learn the subject and interesting, every moment when you enjoy, you can cherish life, right? And still more time is there in life. Once you get into administration, finished. You can. I left my job in Prime Minister's office. I was with Manmohan Singh, and I started teaching 8th grade children. I love teaching more than any job today. So just before I had a 1 hour discussion with somebody who is a BA graduate student, I was discussing English. So I love different subjects. You tell me a number between 1 to 180.
1 to 180. Okay. 100.
You are telling me I am opening the book.
Okay, 100.
Yeah. Why are you getting angry? This is a book which I wrote 20 years back. This is called Life Made Simple, in which you don't have to read continuously. You can open any page. So the 100 talks about control your anger. And it was a discussion between me and my students on Orkut. On Orkut social platform. Sometime I will write something, sometimes somebody will ask me a question.
Okay.
for which I gave an answer. So as it is, both of them are dumped here. That's what the book is.
Okay.
So here one Raju asked a question. I attended the class you took for the staff of PMG's office at Calicut. That was PMG is the BSNL office. Postal department. That time postal and telegram was together. I mean phone and postal was together. I have a bad temper at times and honestly want to improve myself. At least from saying bitter things to that moment, can you give me some tips? Was the question. So answered, it is becoming difficult for you to control and get rid of it since it is not evident to you directly why you are getting angry. The anger is not because of somebody speaking to you rude. Internally something is burning. That can be acidity. Assume that you have an acidity patient. When somebody speaks to you, you get, it could be a headache for you. It could be a breathing problem. It could be a health issue which you have. It could be a problem which you did not get sleep last night. It could be a tension in the house. It could be a tension in the office. There can be many reasons. Maybe you are not very happy with family around or society around. You are unhappy somewhere. Then you cannot react there. You react somewhere else. Your unhappiness in some or other aspect is what shoots out as anger. You need to find out what makes you upset. Okay, so what do you do? Keep 20 seconds away. This is called 20 seconds away. I can pull my water bottle. Don't react, drink water. Number one. Number two, be more social. That is what you have done now. You immediately contacted me, connected to me, started talking to me, right? So internally you find happiness. Don't react to situations which are reduce your expectations. Assume that you expect something you don't get, you become upset. Because you are expecting. I have seen people who are 40 years. When I went to Gulf Model School in Dubai, I know a teacher whom I met 20 years back also is still teaching only. But somebody who came 8 years become principal there from somewhere else. She feels I am very happy because I have got my students and they all students love me so much. Because I am connected to them every day. My student became, assume that Tazin's one of the student becomes a PhD in Princeton University in chemistry. Will you not be happy?
Yes.
You may not get an extra money, but you don't see my credit as Dr. TPS is I am getting probably maybe 1/6 or 1/7 of the salary which I could have got if I am in service. Because I took my volunteer retirement, not premature retirement. I took my retirement, but still I am happy because my students are earning probably 20 times higher than what I could have earned per month. Right? So the credit is that which we all can become happier in life. So make your expectations less, be cheerful in what you are. Exactly the message what you wanted today.
Okay.
Understood. Understood. See, this book is a magical book. Somebody opens it, they get a solution for what they have really looking for. Take care of your physical and emotional requirements. Maybe you are unhappy with your own appearance. You are unhappy with your own emotional feelings. All that needs to be controlled, right? Be happy, don't worry. One great message which I keep saying to many people, even this will change. Even this will change. Assume that somebody becomes principal, not that they stay there permanently, right? They will also have to go. Even this will change. Be very brave. Some people are scared internally, they are worried, that is why they get angry also. They are upset because internally there is a tension. Behave as if are, what is your age now, Tasim?
47 years.
Just think you are 57, how will you behave? More matured.
Yes.
Okay, so behave, your age is 10 years elder and behave to everybody around you.
Okay.
In fact, they will start respecting you. I am the youngest in my family. I have got brothers who taught me during my school days. My cousin brothers. When I go back home, they will stand up and then respect me even today. That's because the way we behave has changed totally. That is the maturity we should achieve, right? Then things will all change. Behave as if you are 10 years elder than what you are really now. Automatically you will become better, you will feel better, people will start respecting you, right? So somebody has given an answer for that, because it's an open social network, right? Reduce your expectations. This is really a good thing. Everyone would follow, because expectations bring disappointment and revert in various problems, one on which is anger. Hazarun main ek, somebody has written. Another person has written, anger comes when we expect. Anger can be controlled by not having any expectation from anyone which is not in our control. Things from doing any work. When we stop expecting from someone, anger will get reduced. Vindhya has written. I have given an explanation again. Angry when no opportunity, no skill, no motivation. 3 things can give you anger. You lost your opportunity. Oh, assume you are not able to study something, then only you get a job, and you are not able to pass that exam. The skill is not there with you. You will feel anger. That you cannot complain to anybody. You will internally start feeling. That is much worse. Next one is no motivation. But I am sure that you don't lack, because you are internally motivated. Otherwise, you will not speak to me now.
Yes, sir. I am intrinsically motivated, sir.
That is what I am saying.
I fully agree with the
Though such people need not worry about extrinsic motivation. Somebody says you are very good. What Tasin should do is hold your hands up, take it back, and say, well done. So far in my life, I have done everything good. Keep saying to yourself. Okay, all this can create anger. The environment, the self, the past, and the lack of thinking for the future. Anger never solves problems. The only increase the trouble inside you. Therefore, your reactions to people will change. That will add again problems. Getting angry, one feels that he is getting happiness. Temporarily they feel, but soon he realizes that your peace of mind is lost. That creates anger again. Thus its chain continues. Stop and be happy. Just smile. Okay. So it's not a big paragraph, but at least for anger, it's a slightly bigger paragraph. So another 2 more pages is that. You can download this book. It's there on my website. So when you say inshallah, you should not worry about anything, right?
Yes.
But you keep saying inshallah and then start worrying too much. And many people do that. Many people do that. See, this is one problem, because when we speak, we don't understand what we are speaking. But I don't know. I keep analyzing every single word what people speak. I had one chemistry student who was doing BSc chemistry when I was doing BSc mathematics. I used to teach them during the interval time in college. I started teaching when I was a graduate student itself. In the same college with the principal's permission, in classrooms in the college itself. Anybody can come and ask questions and then I will answer, I will explain to them. That's how the class went on. So such a student who was my student, her son is also my student now. So I have two generations as students. She was a chemistry teacher. And her one guarantee was all my students who write 10th class exam. She was only up to 10th class, not plus 1, plus 2. Everyone will get a minimum 75 percentage. No student will score less than 75 was her guarantee. And she did it continuously. You give the worst student to first student also will score 75 and above. In chemistry, only chemistry she can guarantee because she was a chemistry teacher. What a great teacher is that. See, I am talking about a student who learned from me in 1981. You can imagine how many years back. Why do I still remember her and then quote her? Many students would have attended. Only one I am quoting now because she was exceptionally brilliant teacher. I had a chemistry teacher. He never taught me. He is a biology graduate, but he used to teach chemistry and physics. Now you look at NANAM, JNAANAM. That is a residential camp which I conduct in my hometown in Kerala. Where from Saudi Arabia also students come and attend. During their vacation they will come to stay with me. Right, both girls and boys. I remember one of the girl from Dammam who came. She had a inferiority complex because she had a polio hand. So she don't show to anybody. Right, and if somebody finds some small negative in her, she will become so upset. With that problem, she came to my house. Many people who are staying together in the same house could not identify her problems because she always hides. Right, but how long you will hide? One day you will have to open up, right? Her mother was a nurse in Saudi Arabia. So I asked her, when you go to hospitals, you will see a board there, how to wash hands. Correct? You will have to wash hands like this, wash hands like this. Right? So I asked her, you show me, there is a board in the hospitals, how to wash hands, you show me. Immediately she had to show this. And her hand was shown out and everybody knew that she had a polio. But that did not stop her to show that, right? Incidentally it happened, accidentally it happened, involuntarily it happened. And everybody was looking at her saying she has a problem. But nobody made fun of her because she could do it very gladly, very explicitly, which nobody else will be able to show that. She has skill. There is a problem. Problem is not a problem if you have skill. I remember she attended few days camp and the end of the day when she wanted to go, she was an 8th grade student. When she wanted to go back home, she was not going. I was lying down on the parapet wall which we have half 2 feet height. I was lying down there and then say tata bye, because after 10 days of camp I become totally exhausted. That too, when students go away from me, I feel upset also. And you know what the girl did? She came and slept on my chest. And her father was pulling me. She said, no, I am not coming. I wanted to be with here only. But I told her we will meet again, and then she went. After that, when I came to Dammam Indian school, that's 12,000 students. You remember? It's the largest school in Dammam. In the girls' school, I went to address. Yes, so I went to girls' school. I was addressing the whole girls in the school, and I never remembered that she is from Dammam and that school, because I know she is from Saudi Arabia. I never know which city she was. And I spoke, and after that I called children to come to stage to speak to me or ask questions. You know what this girl did? She came running and she hugged me on the stage. You know, in Saudi Arabia, if a girl of 12th grade comes and hugs, what will be the right? It is never allowed, right? Correct? All that rules she forgot. She was so emotional. No, see, that is relationship, and that is what a teacher can get from a student. Understood? I love my students. I love them so much, and I've got so many such students who keep me in their hearts. Okay, so I'm sure being a teacher, you are blessed. Being a good teacher, having passion to teach something which nobody can question inside you, and that's inside you. And I'm sure you should continue that, and that should be your credit. I took PhD from Bangalore, and my subject is fluid mechanics. And one of my first paper was published in Chemical Engineering Journal. And my professor was a vice chancellor in Gulbarga University. But being a vice chancellor, he used to teach. Take class for MSc Mathematics. Class for MSc Mathematics. He used to teach in the classroom. I don't think any vice chancellor in India teaches. Got it? So don't ever leave that passion for teaching, passion for reading, passion for learning. And that will reduce when you go to administration. And as long as you can, once you go to that, you cannot come back. Assume that you become principal for 2 years. Do you think you can come back to the class and then teach? Very difficult after that. So maybe, as you say, inshallah, this is the time for you to again continue for some more time to become teachers. So accept it as what is that you are gifted for. Right? I don't think any student will remember principal because he was a great administrator. But I'm sure people will remember teachers. So I remember my teachers who used, when I go to conduct camps in my hometown, those chemistry teachers who are brilliant teachers were, I could not sit in their classroom because one division, one teacher, another division. So my teacher was not that great. But those teachers come and teach my students. I keep saying, you have to come and then spend a day to teach these students who are coming for camp. You know why? Because then I can listen from him. I can spend a day with him. Even 2018 I was conducting camp. That was the last. After COVID I did not conduct. So 5 years, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 6 years I conducted camps. All the camps I used to call this chemistry teacher, Malayalam teacher who used to teach language those days. And I had another teacher who never taught me chemistry when I was in college. But I worked in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Bombay, all these places. That teacher, when I was director for teachers training, he was too senior. He don't have to attend the programs. But he used to come and stay with me and attend my classes. So my teacher was my student later from college when I became university director. He came and stayed with me in Hyderabad. He came and stayed with me in Delhi when I was working. Not as teacher, but I loved him so much because his teaching of chemistry was everyday chemistry. What do you see in the life around, you know? That's where I learned a lot of things like this. The battery, the cell which you use in your full of chemistry, like that only he will tell. And then talk about chemistry inside that. Right? He will talk about some plastic and then talk about the petrochemicals, and then the byproduct of petrochemical is thermocol, and that is plastic. So many things, you know. So what a great opportunity for you. Look at different things and then start gaining such experience and then conduct. I have a great program to conduct different subjects and look at the applications of these subjects, what you are teaching in the classroom, in the public day-to-day life. So I love Tazeen to have such initiative to find out, oh, we can have chemistry teachers to say what chemistry is there around this world. Right? The subjects identify in the world around you. That will be something which you can work so that throughout your life you can enjoy teaching. Though tomorrow you become a principal, after that also you get opportunity to, because you will become an expert in that field, which nobody will have that credit. So improve as much as you can. Once you get into administration, I'll tell you, you will not get any time to learn anything further. You will be bugged up with the small problems and big problems, which every day will terribly knock you down. That's what I feel. So good. Assume that you are a principal, you would not have spoke to me like this today, I'll tell you. Remember, I was there in Bahrain. I was there in Bahrain. Similarly, 2-3 times for different. But Saudi Arabia, you need to stamp that and then I have to give my passport, and also I was reluctant 2-3 times. That's one reason which I reluctantly came. But then I told I love Bahrain than Saudi Arabia to somebody. So what he has done is immediately he took me to that bridge, that crossing bridge, and then showed, you are close to Bahrain now. Are you happy now? He asked. Yeah, but I have, when I was coming to Saudi Arabia, I remember somebody came to aircraft inside me to take me, and then I was a VVIP there. Your Saudi Arabia police also taken care of me. The police people came, the airport authorities came, because many people had influence. They knew that where I was from, right? So I had a good time. I had a very good time. Yeah. I'm in Hyderabad. Though I retired from Space Department, my wife is still continuing Space Department. She is a director for one of the center. So I am staying in the government quarters. But next week, this time I am in Kerala. After that, I am in Coimbatore, Madurai, sometime in Mangalore, yet to be confirmed. So I keep traveling around. And then next month I am in Jaipur, then Chennai. Keep on traveling for lectures. Before COVID, almost 300 days. I used to travel 60 days probably at home. But then after COVID, I have not started. Maybe I'll start just now. Maybe Dubai and all I have gone 100 times. Lot of workshops. Lot of workshops.
Yeah. So opportunities you are getting, what kind of opportunities you know from what kind of opportunities you see?
I am saying the world is around. One is you can now register yourself with edX and Coursera, look at different programs, arrange very specific programs in chemistry. Assume that you learn whatever subject you teach has got an application in chemistry. Look at that and then start spreading to people. Either teachers train online. Also there are a lot of programs, right? Because being in Saudi Arabia, you have limitations. You cannot, and being in a school, you cannot just keep on traveling. But every Friday you have an opportunity, and you can connect to the whole Gulf chemistry teachers to teach them and become the extraordinary chemistry teacher who will, every chemistry teacher in Gulf remembers Tasin. You can imagine what will be the situation. Understood? So the value addition to anywhere, anytime is wonderful opportunity. And now I know you, you know me. I think we can always connect to your students. You can connect to the world students. All that is possible, right? So last time what I was doing was connecting to different students. I conducted during the your festival time, during the holidays in Gulf, I conducted a program called Moksha Workshop. So I had students from Saudi Arabia, I have students from Muscat, Dubai, Bombay, Karnataka, Kerala. I conducted even, I made a drama in which people keep dialogue from one country to another country, but they are mixed in such a fashion, they are in the next room to next room. That's a beautiful drama. You can see how the drama evolved. And the theme was how the depression during the COVID time can be resolved. Right? So they are all not mine. They were with me for 2-3 weeks, 1 hour after every week, but made them so creative, made them to write the script, act in different places, keep the camera and make a drama in shooting it in different places. And I mixed them together and edited to make a drama. So sitting in this place, if you are creative, you can do wonders. Now next week I am going to Madurai to teach design thinking. So you are a person who can design things in your life. Each moment your brain will become so active. Right? So keep it up. So that's only what I wanted to tell. I am also a good cook. You can see DrTPS cooking. Go to YouTube. I love cooking. I love people who cook. I remember in one of the your what we call it as fasting, the breaking of the fasting. When I went to one of my students who is from my village, they know I am a vegetarian. So you know what they did? They made appam like puttu and all that. We have got a very Kerala style of the. So what she did is she mixed beetroot with that, carrot with that, different things around that, so it makes different colors. So I got a very sumptuous, colorful vegetarian dinner with such people. So I used to spend a lot of time with all the fasting. In when I go to Gulf, most of the end of the fasting I used to enjoy every evening. No trying, we are only doing. Don't try. See, if I ask you to pick up the phone, will you pick it up or try picking it up? So why do you try? Which you cannot do is what you try. Which you cannot do, you don't try. Leave it. And assume that you want to become successful in the interview. There is a very good scope. I'll tell you. You be on the other side and think what they will ask. They will ask you one thing. Assume that you become principal. What are all the things what you wanted to implement? What change you wanted to make in school? Don't think about it. Write one page and keep it with you. All the questions you think, write it down and then write the answers and keep it with you. So any question which they ask, you must be able to tell, this question I know you are going to ask. The answer is prepared. This is here. I will read a little bit, the rest you can take it up. Even if I don't become principal, if somebody else become principal, you tell them to implement this. This will help the school. You gift it to them. You understood what I'm saying? That means you are thoroughly prepared and you know every problem which the school has today. List down all the problems and all the solutions. Don't tell any problem without a solution from your end. So that means you know the problems in the school. You know the solutions for all the problems. So one table you make with all the problems. The problems with the teachers, problem with the students, problem with the parents. Teachers, parents, students. TPS, that's my name. What's my name?
Yes, DrTPS.
Teachers, parents, students, TPS. So identify all the problems. See, even when I go to some schools for problems, people keep talking about problems. I know this problem, I know the answer because I already thought about all the problems in the world. Nobody can beat you in interview. You understood? There cannot be any question other than this. What are you going to make a difference if you become principal? What are the problems? What are the solutions which you suggest? Already you have listed out everything. Now assume they create a problem and tell you, I am sure all these lists, one of the problem is what they will project. Nothing extra can come. Because you are in that place, you have seen the world, you know the problems, right? Suppose transportation problem. These are all the problems, these are the solutions. And this is academic control. This is the problem, this is the solution. Salary, this is the problem, this is the solution. Why teachers leave the school? In between, this is the problem, this is the solution. Right? Identify all the problems. What are all the general complaints the parents have? List down 10 problems which parents have. 10 problems the students have. What are the solutions? Okay. You are thorough. Then whatever questions come doesn't matter. That should be the way to prepare. And what are all the things what you can newly add to the school? And what changed during the COVID, or maybe what online problems you have? Everything you should list out. Right? How do you take your school? What is your aim? Assume that today you become a principal, you have, see, they will also see now what is your age? 47, and you are going to retire at what age?
60.
So 13 years. It's a too long time, right? Understood? And they know that you are not going to leave that city, you will be there only for 13 years. So they will think, let you continue for some more time, let us give the last chance, maybe at the last during the verge of retirement, maybe another 6 years 7 years term, somebody is maybe elder but they have less experience can give so that they can go. So but every principal, you in your career, how many principals you have seen, what are all the great things they have done, what are all the lacunas they had, what are the deficiencies they had. So these are all the negatives which I have seen, don't name them. This negative I have seen in this principal during my this year to this year, don't mention that so that they will guess that. But there was a problem with some principal during this time, during the that tenure, this was the problem. But I feel that problem should not be here today, because we have solved many problems and this is how it is going to be solved. Find solutions for all the problems, don't try, find. Don't try to find solutions, do it. I am sure you will be the winner. Whether you get job or not, at the end of the day you feel, I know. And committee also will feel, this was the lady whom we wanted, but because of some pressure, see, there will be pressure from ambassador, there will be pressure from politics, there will be pressure from committees, there will be pressure from parents, there will be pressure from many people. Yeah, but that doesn't make any difference, right? Let them get the pressure, but how does it matter to you? You have done your job well and you have many more opportunities, correct? So see you,
Sure, sure.
see you, enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.